exists. It does.
It's bad, but not so bad.
As I'm a white woman born in Sweden, it's difficult for me to say because I haven't experienced it, but I'm sure it exists, unfortunately.
I think there is racial discrimination, but like for us being people of color, I guess I might have seen it sometimes in like the searching for a job or whatever, but it's more like the discrimination in the everyday life, I would say.
Yeah, there's of course you've been noticing like in your like growing up and things, and you learn how to cope with it, you learn how to deal with it. You know, it's ignorance, and you got to be wise and to not win arguments but to win hearts instead.
I think we have a lot of issues that I don't think the government really work with in the proper way as I think they should. We have huge problems, but I think also we have a lot of people that work against it, and we have the public space to speak about it more than the other countries.
In the labor market, there's a number of the number of questions that hasn't been really addressed regarding racial discrimination, and comparing to other European countries, Sweden is really bad in these areas. So I think there's a lot more to do, and I think it's. But I would be a bit positive since the debate on racial discrimination by the police also opens up for questions regarding discrimination in other areas.
In Sweden, we have a lot of laws and regulation that provides help with this kind of situation, or is useful. I'm not really familiar with what the EU does.
There's a bunch of laws against racial discrimination, so when hiring and so forth, and also when handing out different grants, and there's a lot of cultural projects, but I wouldn't be able to sort of name a single one.
Yeah, of course. Like we hear it all the time in school and in workplaces, and there's a lot of things going on online as well. So there's a lot of things which are helping people who are feeling racially discriminated to cope with these different kind of things.
They have laws, I know, and working in the school and social welfare and so on.
I think Swedish citizens are aware that there is racial discrimination. I couldn't myself answer what EU or Sweden is actually doing actively to stop it.
Yes, I know we're working on it all the time.
I never tried. I don't know.
I never tried either, but I don't know. I know they exist, I guess, because they taught us in school as well. Like they exist, and there's different kind of. There's one for discrimination, I guess. So, but I never heard anyone in my circle that has contacted them or whatever. So, I actually don't know. I just know they're doing their job, I guess.
Actually not. I'm sorry to say, but no, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. They exist, and you can take contact with them, and so. Yeah.
Yes, I know about some of them, at least the Diskrimineringsombudsmannen, and also there are these local branches and organizations in Malmö and other places that are really easy to reach and that are doing good work on these matters. So yes, I know that, and I know them. They are really nice.
The website for Diskrimineringsombudsmannen is sort of pretty straightforward, and they deal with a lot of discrimination cases, and I've only heard sort of good things about Diskrimineringsombudsmannen. Only that it might be a bit toothless sometimes.